areas that need urgent intervention.
The objective is to ensure that we complete and deliver on our flagship projects and programs, promote sustainable economic growth and development, as well as improve the living standards of our people.
President Buhari consequently highlighted some of the high-impact roads, rail, and power projects, amongst others, implemented by his administration towards meeting the collective aspiration of Nigerians and leaving lasting legacies for posterity.
Some of the notable achievements include the completion of 326 kilometers Itape, Ajakuta, Warri rail line, the completion of over 150 kilometers Lagos-Ibadan standard gauge railway modernization project, the construction of 1.9 kilometer second Niger bridge linking Anambra and Delta states, construction and expansion of Lagos, Shagamu, Ibadan dual carriageway, the ongoing rehabilitation of Abuja, Kaduna.
In power generation to 25,000 megawatts in 6 years is on course. The national carrier, Nigeria Air, he promised, will hit the sky.
To give persons living with disabilities a sense of belonging and make convenient travel activities, the Center for Ability Rehabilitation Empowerment has taken an advocacy campaign to the doorsteps of the Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 5 Abuja. Let's hear from Asabe Williams.
Arrivals and departures at airport terminals can be tasking, as activities require compliance to routines that are often demanding. But for vulnerable persons of society limited by one form of disability or the other, access to facility remain a hurdle they must cross to achieve set objectives. In NTA, the Center for Ability Rehabilitation Empowerment found a willing partner to project awareness on efforts at providing succor for persons living with disabilities through one-stop desk.
Nobody can tell who disability can happen to. Thankfully, there's a law now, but beyond the law, it's not just laws are made for man and not man for laws. But even if there are laws, we also need the human empathic approach to get these things done.
We are assuring you and your team, which is our own team now, that we are here to say
human endeavor, transform organizational outputs, and change society for the better.
Stress is one of the #1 killers globally, and we know that we have in particular specific stresses that are related to the workplace.
From a one-size-fits-all approach, we recognize that it was multifaceted.
Messages by dignitaries and stakeholders, including the DG of NTA, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, represented by Executive Director Admin and Training, Professor Steve Egbo, advised for a clear roadmap and a deliberate attempt to improve mental health situation in the workplace. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Now, following a health assessment conducted by an NGO, Husbands of Widows Foundation International in Utako Village, Abuja, it observed the spread of infectious diseases common among children. This discovery prompted a free medical outreach courtesy of the NGO in Abuja. Deborah Gazajimaika reports.
Since the health assessment program was carried out in Utako village by the NGO in the second quarter of the year, Brownson Ekerete, a lab scientist, says he became worried over the health condition of the people. The NGO Husbands of Widows Foundation International, in collaboration with Safia Community Group, is now meeting the basic health needs of the community.
What we do here is HIV, sugar level, we check their BP and advice.
What is here is because of the environment, infections.
There is need to enlighten these people so that they get to know what is happening in and around their environment.
They know so many of them will be inside their house. Little did they know that their health is not in order.
Apart from this gesture, the NGO also trains the less privileged in vocational skills.
We have mobility challenge and office challenge also. to do 1 or 2 programs is not easy.
We deliver a cloth, we deliver food.
Children were dewormed and administered free malaria and typhoid medication. Husbands of Widows Foundation International was established in 2018 as a humanitarian organization with its mission to assist in bringing succor to vulnerable people in the society.
Thank you for the free education.
Deborah Gazajin Micah, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the release of 12,000 metric tons of food items to cushion the effects of flood in the country. The food items are to be released from the National Strategic Reserve to the National Emergency Management for distribution. In the meantime, the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development says the number of deaths as a result of flood has risen to 600 as of last week. 132 million people displaced and 120 houses partially or totally destroyed. And political leaders across the globe have been urged to show more commitment in securing a future free from climate change crisis. Chairman Governing Council of International Secondary Schools Model United Nations, Chika Nwazuzu, made the advocacy during a 4-day climate change conference targeted at educating secondary school students in Abuja. Odiri Ogboru Arutere has details.
Many nations of the world have recently been experiencing floods, prolonged rainfall, and other adverse weather conditions occasioned by climate change. It is in response of the severity of the crisis that this conference is holding. 18 Nigerian international secondary schools are participating in the program.
There is need to develop more effective means in finding new ways to tackle the consequences, as well as finding and engaging new ways to fight this global threat to humanity.
Speakers at the event preferred the use of new technology to mitigate climate change challenges, while also drawing attention of human factors and dangerous practices that promote emission of carbon, which harm the environment.
These students you are seeing here are the future, not just the future, but the best of Nigeria. And I appreciate what they are doing. You can imagine young people coming in, denying themselves so much.
The 4-day conference has its theme as Climate Crisis as the most urgent threat of our time. Odiri Ogboru, Arutere, NTA News.
It was another time to catch up with old schoolmates after years of graduation. Divine Love All Girls Association Abuja branch were also using the event to appreciate members who have contributed immensely towards catering for financial and spiritual needs of members over the years. Again, Odiri Ogboru Arutere tells us more.
Reverend Sister Doshima Orongu was among pioneer graduates of Divine Love Catholic Secondary School, Katsina Ala, Benue State in 1985. Before she joined the Congregation of Daughters of Divine Love, she is one of the awardees alongside Doshima Ahura of the Marketing Directorate of the NTA, who graduated from the school in the year 1999.
We've done a lot of projects to help our people. We've done charity works. We've paid hospital bills for a lot. We've trained a lot in small skills, entrepreneurship programs.
Divine Love is our binding force, and that is what keeps us together, promotes us, and unites us.
Doshima is a colleague in the office. And when I see her achievements and things she does in the office, Divine Love has really modeled her into what she has become today.
The President, Diloga Abuja branch, Josephine Aguno, commended members for their unflinching support to one another, as well as developing the school all these years.
We have contributions that we do to assist our members. Then we have other means of assisting members, whereby through the loan, our monthly dues,
we get loan from there, whereby people get whatever things they want and return the money back, which they use as a way of writing themselves.
So many felt it's not a place to belong, but there are people that took it upon themselves and said, no, this meeting of Abuja branch must stand. And that was exactly what they looked into, and they said, no, let's appreciate these people.
The Loga Abuja branch started on the 8th of August 1999 with only 10 members, but presently has more than 60 members and still counting. In Abuja, Odiri Ogboru, Arutere, NTA News.
And now sports. CAF reveals the venue for Women's Champions League as River United relegated from the CAF Champions League. Francisca Biller tells us more on Sports Brief.
The Confederation of Africa Football CAF has confirmed Marrakesh and Rabat as two venues that will host the second edition of the CAF Women's Champions League, slated for 30th October to 13th November 2022. The matches will be played at Prince Haritia Moulay El Hassan Stadium, Rabat, and Grand Stade in Marrakesh. The final of the tournament will take place in the mythical Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. Still on football, players of Nigeria Professional Football League champions Rivers United have been relegated from CAF Confederation Cup knockout stages following a heavy defeat in Morocco. The 10-man Rivers United sojourn to Morocco ended up in a futility as they suffered a 6-0 humiliation to defending champions Wydad Casablanca on Sunday. In another development, 10 Nigerian players have been sent packing from the camp of Nigeria's under-23 men's national team in Ibadan for age confliction on their passports and their FIFA transfer matching system. To avoid automatic disqualification for Nigeria, the coaching crew have announced that the 10 players, including Kayode Bankole of Remo Stars, James Ajako of Aqua United, and Maurice Chukwu of Rivers United, will be left out of the squad that will face Tanzania in the first leg of CAF Under-23 Africa Nations Cup qualifier scheduled to hold between 21 to 23rd October 2022. With Sports Brief, Francisca Biller, NTA News.
And Sports Brief by Francisca Biller concludes the English segment of the news tonight. But don't go away, translations coming up next. Thanks for watching and have a good night.
Azan ba jilo ba je ba ci ba we wize kwen kwa we ngona na yiwo abeda zaza ishanda yezuma oniye wago ba ngai akpeje a gwamnati atnati shi bayan badanu abwalai aku gaba ge nu agan ga zabia wa nu afube adamu sambo nwale shi ba we be na bedai wa ngai ge aku gaba ge bala bache na mona ba je ge atnutnu nu ba go ba shi nanu peje a gwamnati ya nu ba sapa akuba zajin tinto da Muhammadu Buhari woni gagbati yankon esanu wobe yin wogu yeji peje tayiya nu a gwamnati atantun jin ba sepanya bo wengage be heto lo nu aye afako nanu wegman esanu wo gwamnati bejiya lo koi zoyin baza bedai wachige shi yaji la onya shado ozawo shin yanyan wa onya puta de la agnabie nu asepa asiasa ya nanu onye zeye aku gabage bala wemwa be agni eyitinye ya nu desha yizenya nu abidemi mbabele odiri ogboro autere nwale sheba webe na bedai wa ganye gnabie sepa ya woni da deye nsai nu webe nsai nu ayejin yejiche ai kan abi ayepezan azazainya awe ya antukotu desha yizenya yebo nu ajunko ampie nlo ngun anyi ge akin mo bayelo no yele no nuala api kuba jin ko yin la dunu opa aji ogbon chichi onko na jin ayi yeje na bai aga aje awikan ya azanu bai pe lo bagan ge apa bui anya igin le jin apmache nu azan ko chi abejin jin ansahei ko ne jin ko abe deshan yi na bai abma azakala gbai jin ko azanu bato gunzun lo nu nayun nzanzan sepa asebe William wona lese ba we be na bedai we ngege gbedogun nkonu ye pe lolo no majin sepa nko inte jin gwamnati yan ayiko na babu gbege kia ba ye ku be jejeruko atunti jin bayenya na bai ge baga aza ayokan ya sheba ko dinala umme na bai baga majin ogu ate yayi ngabie no avun ajejeruko atunti jin bayenya no ayo Paul ate wa ngaga wembuji wo bache na manalo na bai wa gab majin aba na yelege okono gna sinlo no ajinye no zanzan pa sepa ga aza ne bato gunzun lo nayun na bai wa yege zahai ato we yalo no avun abo babwa wole lainu saisu
Assalamu alaikum barkamu da warhaka a takaice kamar yadda aka saba ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaran yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. An umarci ma'aikatu da sassan hukumomin gwamnatin tarayya da su tashi tsaye wajen gudanar da shirye-shirye da ayyukan gwamnatin tarayya wanda aka ɗora wa ministoci alhakin aiwatar da su a gwamnatin nan kafin wa'adinta ya ƙare. Wakilin fadar shugaban kasa Adamu Sambo ya rawaito mana cewa shugaban kasa Muhammadu Buhari shine ya umarce su a lokacin taron duba ayyuka da gwamnatocinsa wato ayyukan da gwamnatinsa ta baiwa ministoci na ci gaban kasa da kyautata rayuwar 'yan kasa karo na uku, inda ya ce babu daga kafa sai gwamnatinsa ta tabbatar da cewa kowane aiki ya kammalu a daidai lokacin da gwamnatin ke shirin bankwana da 'yan kasa. An buƙaci shugabannin siyasar duniya da su matsa lamba wajen samar da yanayi mai kyau ga duniya a yayin da ake ci gaba da samun rikicin sauyin yanayi a faɗin duniya. Wakilarmu Odiri Oboru Aritere ta shaida mana cewa shugaban hukumar shine ya bayyana haka a lokacin taron karawa juna ilimi na kwana 4 da aka shirya wa ɗaliban makarantun sakandaren Abuja domin a wayar musu da kai akan alfanun samun ilimin sauyin yanayin duniya. A ƙoƙarin da take na bada kulawa ga masu larura ta musamman su sami sauƙin yin bulaguro a kodayaushe, wakilar Asabe Tanimu Williams ta rawaito mana cewa wata ƙungiya mai suna KEA ta faɗaɗa hidimar wayar da kan al'ummar ƙasa akan harkokinta zuwa gidan talabijin na NTA Abuja CHANNEL5 domin isar da saƙonta ga ɗaukacin 'yan ƙasa domin a dafa musu wajen aiwatar da manufofinsu, inda shugaban tashar ya ba su tabbacin cewa zai yi aiki da su domin ba da gudunmawar gidan talabijin na NTA. Ƙarshen labaran namu ne kenan, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu. Asuba ta gari.
Gị nọnyere anyị n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Ọka bụkwa m Rachel Ifi Ono ka anyị gaa n'iru. enyela ụlọ ọrụ gọọmenti n'otu dị iche iche ntụziaka ịhụ na ha tinyere uchu n'ihe banyere ịkwalite ọrụ ndị gọọmenti ala anyị ji n'aka. Onye ọrụ anyị Adamu Sambo wetara akụkọ na onyeisi ala anyị Muhammadu Buhari nyere ntụziaka mgbe ọ babere nzukọ nke atọ ha mere. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ha agaghị ahapụ ime ihe niile ha kwesịrị ime tupu ọchịchị ya abịa na njedebe. Agbaala ndị isi otu ndọrọ ndọrọ ọchịchị dị iche iche n'ụwa niile ume ka ha tinyekwuo uchu n'ihe banyere nchekwa ọganihu ndị mmadụ pụọ na nsogbu mgbanwe ihu igwe. Odiri Ogboru Arutere wetara akụkọ na onyeisi oche ha kwupụtakwara nke a mgbe ha nwere nzukọ abalị 4 maka mgbanwe ihu igwe bụ nke ha gbadoro ụkwụ n'ịkụziri ụmụ akwụkwọ sekọndịrị ndị nọ n'isi ala anyị. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwupụta ihe ndị kparịrị ha ime ya bụ nzukọ bụ nke gụnyere ide mmiri, oke mmiri ozuzo nakwa ihe ndị ọzọ mgbanwe ihu igwe na-ebute. N'iji mee ka ndị nwere ọrịa nkwarụ ghara ịhụta onwe ha dịka ndị a na-akpọ oke ma mee ka ime njem gaa were were, Asabe Williams wetara akụkọ na ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka mgbanwe ndụ ndị mmadụ ma nye ha enyemaka etinyela uchu n'inye ndị mmadụ ọzụzụ site na ụlọ mgbasa ozi NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Ọ kwere nghọta na ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka mgbanwe ndụ mmadụ chọrọ njikọ aka ụlọ mgbasa ozi NTA Channel 5 iji wee gbasa ozi banyere ụzọ ndị a ga-eji nyere ndị nwere nkwarụ aka. Igbo bụ Igbo, ọgwụla ka ọha anyị n'ọnụ. Chebiri anyị n'ihe oge anyị chi niile. Ndewo.
Ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín. Bọ́lájí Mátì ni oníròyìn. Wọ́n ti darí iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àti àwọn ẹ̀ka gbogbo wípé kí wọ́n túbọ̀ ṣagbára lórí akitiyan àti iṣẹ́ bí ó ti yẹ gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n yà kalẹ̀ fún wọn láti ṣe pàápàá àwọn iṣẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ àmójútó ní kíákíá. Alákòójọpọ̀ ìròyìn Adamu Sambo ròyìn wípé ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari ló darí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ wọ̀nyí lásìkò ètò ìṣiṣẹ́ olójú ìjókòó ẹ̀kẹta lórí àgbéyẹ̀wò iṣẹ́ wọn. Ó ṣe àfikún wípé ìjọba yìí ò ní lajú sílẹ̀ kí tàlùbọ́ kó wọ́ bí ó ti ń palẹ̀ mọ́. Wọ́n ti rọ àwọn aṣáájú nínú ètò ìṣèlú lágbàáyé wípé kí wọ́n túbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ láti rí wípé ohun gbogbo rọrùn láìsí àní-àní lórí àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ látàrí ojú ọjọ́ tó ń yí padà. Alákòójọpọ̀ ìròyìn Odiri Arutere ròyìn wípé alága ìgbìmọ̀ ló gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kalẹ̀ níbi ìpàgọ́ ọjọ́ 4 lórí ìyípadà ọjọ́. Pàtàkì ètò náà ni láti fi ẹ̀kọ́ kọ́ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ girama lórí ètò ọ̀hún ní ìlú Àbújá. Láti jẹ́ kí àwọn tó ń gbé pẹ̀lú àléébù mọ̀ wípé àwọn ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ wọn tí wọ́n sì ń fà wọ́n mọ́ra nínú ètò gbogbo, àjọ ètò ìràpadà ti gbé ètò ìpolongo dé iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá. Alákòójọpọ̀ ìròyìn Asabe Williams ròyìn wípé olùdarí àjọ yìí Chike Okogun nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ mẹ́nuba pàtàkì ìrìn àjò rẹ̀ sí iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì karùn-ún níbi tí ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì karùn-ún Paul Ate bákan náà sọ wípé iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọgbà ìrẹ́pọ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yóò sì máa tẹ̀síwájú láti máa ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn fún gbogbogbò. Kì í dùn kó pọ̀ ṣeun ní ọbẹ̀ oge títí ìwòye ọ̀la. Ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.